Flosstube, I'm Annie and I am the Proper Stitcher, and welcome to episode number 29. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. I hope you like what you see, ring the bell, and subscribe so that you get future notifications of when I upload videos. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your continued support, not only for watching my videos and taking the time to do that, but to also taking the time to send me messages, leaving comments below. I do read each and every one of them, and I do appreciate you all very much. I have an exciting video planned for y'all today. I have a recap video of the Stitch Etc. retreat that I attended and helped with in Greenwood, Indiana. And I wanted to celebrate our 6,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much for spreading the word about my channel, for sharing my channel with people you know, and for coming back week after week. This has been a wonderful, wonderful community. I have enjoyed the Flosstube community, the Instagram community, and sharing my philosophy of cross stitch with all of you, and quilting, which is I would rather have a finished project than a perfect project. And many of you have heard me say that, and many of you have repeated it. And I just think it is so wonderful that we get to celebrate not only this wonderful craft and the camaraderie that we have in this community, but to continue to find this outlet and find something that makes us happy. So thank you all so much for coming back week after week, and I just really do appreciate you. So in this video, I have a lot of giveaways, and I am going to break it up throughout the video so that we don't have all the videos all the giveaways at the end of the video. So we're going to break it up throughout the video, and it's going to be a little bit different than my usual videos because I really want to dedicate the majority of this video to the Stitch Etc. retreat, trick-or-treating with the Housewives retreat, because I think it is a lot of fun to sort of bring a retreat to you. If you have not attended a retreat, if you have not had the opportunity to, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what it's like. So we're going to go through that. We're going to go day by day of what we did at the retreat, a little bit of the background and behind the scenes. I did take some photos and some little videos, and I will insert that slideshow at the end of the discussion on the retreat. And then we will go over some of the whips, not all of my whips, but just a couple of my whips. We'll go through some of my haul that I picked up along the way and that I had waiting on me when I got home. And then we will kind of end the episode with all of that and with the giveaways from last time. So grab your cup of coffee, your tea, your wine, your water, whatever you drink, pen and paper. You'll definitely want to take notes, and your cross stitch. Anything that I share with you that may have a link or additional information, I'll leave it in the show notes below, as I always do. So let's get started. So, like I said, I attended the Stitch Etc. retreat in Greenwood, Indiana. And Stitch Etc. is a company that is owned by my very good friend, Kim Gavlik, and her daughter, Ashley Day, help her. It helps her with her business, and Ashley's husband, Travis. So what they provide to us as cross-stitchers is handmade, high quality, beautiful wooden products for you to use as for mounting your cross stitch pieces. I have shown them to you many times. I've used them as giveaways, and I use them in my own cross stitching. But here's an example of one of her boards. She has many different size boards, many different colors, shapes, you name it. Her Facebook page is where you do the ordering. You go through, look at the photos. If you see a product you like, you just simply email them and they ship it out to you usually within a day or so. But they have a wonderful system in place. Well, Kim decided to host a retreat. She has hosted retreats in the past, but this is the first retreat she has hosted under the Stitch Etc. umbrella. And so what she decided to do was to contact Priscilla Blaine with Stitching with the Housewives to see if Priscilla would be interested, if she and Chelsea would be interested in being the guest of honor, if you will, the designer, the teacher, whatever you want, however you want to look at it. And Priscilla agreed, and Priscilla designed a retreat class project that I will share with you, and we received those projects in the mail about 6 weeks before the actual retreat for us to work on. It was our homework before we had showed up to class at the retreat. So Priscilla came to the retreat to not only teach us how to finish the cross stitch piece, but she also brought her entire trunk show, and it was amazing to see her pieces in person. So let's start from the beginning, because I'm getting ahead of myself, and I did take notes, and I will definitely try to reference my notes so I don't leave anything out. So Kim's team of helpers, it was myself, it was our good friend Kay, Kim's friend that I met for the first time from Salt Lake City, her name is Lonnie, and then of course Ashley, Kim's daughter. So the 5 of us were part of her team, or the 4 of us were a part with Kim, made 5, part of her team for the retreat. We arrived on Saturday and started setting up the conference rooms on Sunday at the Hilton Garden Inn in Greenwood, Indiana. And we had so much fun setting up. And when I say that Kim was organized, she was so organized. She left no stone unturned. She and Ashley had everything ready to go, labeled, organized, and it made setting everything up just a breeze. And we had a good time. We played music. We had fun decorating for Halloween. The room was beautiful. She had space for other vendors to set up their things as well. So there was space for the trunk show for Priscilla. There was 2 project bag makers. One was Creative Country Girl, Tammy Blaylock, and she was actually taking orders and machine sewing to order at the retreat. Barbara Johns, who also has a Flosstube channel, so does Tammy with Creative Country Girls. Barbara Johns is Stitching with Grammy, and Creative Country Girls, Tammy Blaylock, they both have Flosstube channels. So they both had their project bags set up to sell. Lori King, her company is called Things by Us. She makes beautiful, primitive, handmade dolls and pumpkins and whatever the season is. And she paints them, and she had a beautiful display, and I will have that in the video as well. And then of course, Stitch Etc. had all of their wooden products there. So much exciting things to look at, so many things to buy, so much fun, just a wonderful, wonderful setup. So on Sunday, we set all those things up. On Monday, we had, Sunday night, some people did arrive early, and we were able to go to dinner with a few people who arrived early. And then on Sunday was check-in day. And at 2 o'clock, you checked in to the 24-hour Stitchers Lounge, which was a wonderful setup. Plenty of room for people to move around, big tables, enough room that we didn't feel crowded. Each table had about 8 people to a table. So Cross Stitching Lounge opened at 2. Meet and greet with Priscilla started at 5. So unfortunately, we got a call that morning that Chelsea was sick. Chelsea and Cash, they were both sick, so they could not join us for the retreat. So it was just Priscilla. So Priscilla got there at 1:30, and Kay and I had the pleasure of helping Priscilla unload her car. And so when I say pleasure, I mean, not only was her car chock full of her chalkboard, she does chalkboard designs, chock full of all of her wonderful pieces, but Kay and I got to help her unpack everything, which meant I got to really see things up close and personal. And to see her trunk show and her pieces in person was just the highlight of the week, because we see them on video, we see them in her photos, and we stitch them ourselves, but to see her designs in person, stitched by her, finished by her in person, was a dream come true. So look for that video. But I feel like I've talked so much. Let's start showing things. So when people arrived on Monday, they checked in, they got their name badges. So these are the name badges that everybody got. And cute little name badges, Halloween themed. And they wore their lanyards. This is mine. Mine has a little pineapple on it. Kim gave that to me. And this is one of the make it and take it's that we made. And I put mine on here. Someone made it for me. And I put it on my lanyard so that I could wear it for the rest of the week. So everybody got a name tag. They got their packet of information for the schedule for the week. And we just went from there. People sat up, they got comfortable, they got cozy. The meet and greet started at 5 with Priscilla, and the line was around the room. People could not wait to meet Priscilla. She had some hard copies for sale. She also had PDFs ready to email people. Chelsea was back at home working, and so Priscilla would send Chelsea what people were wanting, and you got an email from Chelsea with the PDF that you ordered from Priscilla. Highly, highly organized. Wonderful. So that night we had dinner, and after dinner we played some games. But before we did that, Kim passed out our goodie bags, swag bags, if you will. And here is mine. I haven't opened it yet. And the reason I haven't opened mine is, one, I helped assemble these bags. And two, I forgot to bring mine home with me. And I called Kim and I said, on Monday, and I said, I don't have my goodie bag. Was I supposed to get one? And she said, well, of course you were supposed to get one. Funny, I got it today right before I started filming the video. So I thought it would be fun for me to open this bag with you all so you can see what we got at the retreat and what Kim gave away. So first was the tote bag with their logo, Stitch Etc. Cute little bag. And inside the bag, everyone got, oh, she wrapped mine because it had to travel through the postal service. So, a magnetic board. And the magnetic board says pumpkin wishes and candy corn kisses. So a white magnetic board, and it has a stand for it so that while you are at retreats, you can use your needle minders on the magnetic board to hold your pattern in place. But it's also a great way to display your needle minders in your Ort container, maybe hang your floss on it. So she gave everybody a magnetic board. She gave everyone, for decorating, and I'm gonna put these on my bookshelves, some beads for Halloween. Everything was a Halloween themed. It was called Trick or Treating with the Housewives, and Priscilla designed a project just for the retreat. She did release it after the retreat, but so you can now get that design, but everything was Halloween themed. So she gave everybody a wooden board that they made, and this one, it says Boo on it. She gave everybody, oh goodness, I probably should have opened some of this, but when I say I just got it, I heard the mail truck in the driveway and I ran outside and grabbed it. She gave everybody a needle minder. This is from O Mag's Magnetic Needle Minders, and I'll put her link below, but she made everybody a needle minder. These are the scissor fobs that I was making. So everybody got a scissor fob, and this is candy corn. And everybody got a pair of scissors, Dinky Dye scissors, and floss drops, an Ort container, and inside the Ort container was the hook that you hang on your magnetic board. Now you can do many things with this hook on the magnetic board, and she does sell these magnetic boards, but you can use the hook to hang your Ort container. I use mine to put my scissors in and things like that to keep it handy, but you can also use it to hang your floss. So that was in there. And a little pumpkin, and then these magnetic rings to hold and wrap your fabric when you're stitching to kind of keep it if you have extra fabric. Wonderful, wonderful goodie bags. And that was, and I thought that would be fun to kind of do an opening of the swag bags live and in person with you. That was given to everyone who was there. There were over 80 attendees. I think there were 82 total. She made sure that everybody was taken care of. There were a couple of people who did not decorate or celebrate Halloween. She made sure that their bag was custom for them so that they did not have anything Halloween related. Super sweet, super considerate, and very thoughtful. So those were the swag bags. That night we played left, right, center, which is sort of like I don't want to say a gambling game, but it was like a gambling game. Everybody brought 7 skeins of floss. It could be DMC, it could be different colors, it could be over dyed, it can be any skeins of floss that you wanted, but 7. And so we sat at tables and people had so much fun with this. If you've never played, watch the video, you'll kind of get an idea. But it's basically the last woman standing with 1 skein of floss wins all the floss in the middle. And there were some people who left with, you get everybody's floss from the table. So that was a lot of fun to watch. So that game was played. And then what we call the saran wrap game, where people were wearing oven mitts and they had to unwrap a gift that was wrapped in saran wrap. And it was hysterical to see people do that. That was night number 1. And then of course the fun continued in the 24-hour Stitchers Lounge. And I am surprised that some of these people could stitch after a day, half a day really, full of all of those activities. So that was day 1. Day 2 was kind of a free day. Kim wanted to give everybody an opportunity to go out and travel and go see the cross stitch stores that were in the area. In the Greenwood, Indiana area, which is south of Indianapolis, there are 3 stores just within the Indianapolis area. And then we were just an hour and 45 minutes from Keepsakes and about an hour and a half from Louisville, Kentucky, the finishing touch. So people spread out. Some people stayed and stitched. Some people went out and shopped. So Tuesday was a free day. And then everybody regrouped around dinner time. So we had dinner, and then that night we had more games. We had bingo that night. We had, oh goodness, what other games did we have? I can't remember. We had bingo. Oh, and she had piñatas. We sort of did a Mexico Day of the Dead Taco Tuesday theme. And so she had piñatas stuffed with all kinds of cross stitch and sewing items. Everything from floss to ribbon to buttons to needles to you name it. She had them in these piñatas. So much fun. And it was the type of piñata where you could pull the string, so there were no sticks involved. No one got hurt, but it was a lot of fun. And then we went back into the 24-hour stitching lounge. And every night at dinner, she had a trivia night where she got to ask questions. How well do you know Priscilla and Chelsea? And so that was fun to hear everybody how much they know about Priscilla and Chelsea. So those were the 2 nights. The last night we did trick-or-treating. And I feel like I haven't touched anything on my table. I have so much on this table. So the last night we did trick-or-treating. We were asked to bring 80 or 82 of the same item for trick-or-treating. And so everybody brought a container and we put all of our items out on the table and we went trick-or-treating. This was full. Most of it was candy, and so I gave a lot of the candy away. Actually, I gave all the candy away. There were so many creative things. Zinnia seeds, stickers, charms, all kinds of things. I'm not going to go through every single thing. There were little fabric bundles, floss drops, all kinds of things. This bag is full. People were so creative with their ideas of how to make trick-or-treating fun. Priscilla made a pattern, a fall time pattern that would fit on one of the boards. And that was her contribution to the trick-or-treating night. People brought things for cash, even though he wasn't there. Priscilla and Chelsea said that he had so many things to open when she brought them home, and he was pretty excited about that. And then after trick-or-treating, we did our farewell exchange. And how that worked was anyone who wanted to participate could, and you brought a stitched item and you had it completely finished, and it could be either fall theme or Halloween theme, and all that you were asked to do was to wrap it according to the theme, so that if you did not want a Halloween theme, you knew that it was a fall theme. So this is what I got. This is from Carrie, and Carrie was from Fort Thomas, Kentucky, and she stitched this Lizzie Kate design and finished it, and I think it's adorable. Look at the boo on this side and the way she finished it. The trim, she did such a cute job. I've had it on my shelf since I've been home. So that was pretty much the whole week. I want to show you the class piece now. So on Wednesday was when we had our class. And there were two classes. One class was in the morning, one class was in the afternoon. And Priscilla taught the class. So the board, and I had her sign my board, everybody did. But Kim, Ashley, and Travis made the wooden boards. And what happened is Priscilla designed the piece. She told Kim, I need a board X and X size, and they came up with the dimensions for the pumpkin. And here is our piece that we stitched ahead of time, finished in class. And I'm gonna hold it up close so y'all can see. And this is called, oh, I've already forgotten. I think it's called Halloween Buffalo Plaid, or Buffalo Plaid Halloween. So Kim, they made the board, beautiful board, and they are selling these. You can go to her Facebook page and place an order. We finished it with Priscilla's Pretty Plaids, and then Ashley dyed the 28 count fabric, even weave fabric that we used, and we finished it with this adorable plaid bow and the ghost that was painted white. So much fun, so cute, and to have Priscilla be the one to teach us how to finish this was just wonderful. We took a huge group photo outside of the Hilton Garden Inn, and of course you'll see all of those in just a moment. So that was sort of the recap of the retreat. Just a lot of fun. If you have never been to a cross stitch retreat, I highly recommend you going. Kim is going to host another one in July. I think she's going to call it Christmas in July or something to that effect, maybe. And she's going to not open registration until January. But Kim just does a wonderful job making everyone feel included and welcome, and the camaraderie was wonderful. There was no cliques, no drama, nothing to that effect. Everything was wonderful. And my friend Celeste from Celeste Creates on Flosstube, I was texting her the other night, and she said, what was your favorite part about the retreat? And without even thinking about it, I just said, hearing so many people laugh, hearing people who do not know each other, meeting for the first time, all different ages. We had young people there, older people there. I mean, just you name it. Moms, mothers, daughters, people there by themselves, people stitching on Ada, people stitching on linen, all types of stitchers. But everybody was having fun, and everybody was interacting, and everybody was laughing. And that was so refreshing to hear and so refreshing to see. So if you get the opportunity, I highly recommend. If you're by yourself, don't worry about it. A lot of people were on this retreat alone, and they made fast friends. I mean, it's just, when I talk about this community and talk about the cross stitchers, that is the number one thing they do. I mean, we automatically have that in common, and it was so much fun to see people connecting. So please, please, please try to go to a cross stitch retreat, or try to meet up with some cross stitchers in your area. There are lots of stitching groups that you could probably connect with, and maybe do little afternoon, visits somewhere to get together. But I was very fortunate enough to receive several wonderful gifts on this retreat, and I thought I'd share some of them with you. Of course, Kim gave me this adorable Rae Dunn pineapple mug. She and I like pineapples, and we like summer, and this was just so sweet. I could not have been more excited to receive a Rae Dunn with the lid. So this will be fun to display next summer. Super sweet. Thank you, Kim. And then Kay gave us some wine glasses. They are Ray Dunn wine glasses that are Halloween themed, and one says trick and the other says spooky. So thank you for those. And then one of my viewers, and it was so much fun to meet so many of you at the retreat, and for coming up and saying hello. Thank you for doing that. But she gave us a goodie bag of patterns that she did not need anymore, and we're going to use those as a giveaway. Lots and lots of beautiful cards, thank you cards, just wonderful sewn pieces. This is from Deb. This is a cute little Orc container. Marcia gave me this a beautiful quilted tray to just have out on your table when you are cross stitching at a retreat. I used it to keep like my scissors in there, floss, my phone, all kinds of things. But I did get several goodies from you all. A woman named Donna White, she made so many adorable little treats for people to take home. And look at this little scissor fob. Isn't that adorable? It's just too cute, and has a little spider charm on it. Tanya gave us some things to use as a giveaway. One is this beautiful cover you use to cover Kleenexes. So I have a bag of goodies from her to give away. But she has a floss tube. She is going to start a floss tube maybe, but she has a blog that I will link below as well. So all kinds of things, more floss drops and adorable Ray Dunn spatulas, just so many sweet and thoughtful gifts that I received from so many different people. So thank you. And then I came home to some beautiful cards, and I appreciate everyone who has sent me thank you cards and notes. I got these from the Vintage Stitcher. My good friend Artie sent me some floss drops to use. So floss drops, sharing of floss drops has become quite a popular thing to do right now, and I guess I need to get on the bandwagon with that. But so lots of cards, lots of sweet things. I thought this one was super nice. This is a card that I received that has a cross stitch pattern on the back, and this is from Patty Spencer. So this little section of the motif is the pattern that's on the back of this card. And the front cover is Isabella Uffendel's. It's a reproduction of Hands Across the Sea, Isabella Uffendel. And I just love these cards. It's so nice. And she gave me a Snag Nabbit. I've always wanted to try one of these. So thank you so much. And let's see, here is another card. I just got several cards. This is from Alyssa. And we got a lot of Starbucks retreats gift cards as well. Starbucks retreats. People were calling this the Starbucks retreat because there was a Starbucks in front of the hotel. So we got a lot of Starbucks gift certificates, and those have been put to good use. So thank you all so much for not only just taking the time and being so generous with your gifts, but for just recognizing that a lot of work did go into the retreat and the planning, and your appreciation showed, and I do thank you for that. But thank you, Kim. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, team. Thank you, everybody who was there. It was truly a wonderful week, and Kim is so excited to start planning the next one. So let me share with you some of my haul that I got, and let's do a giveaway. I'm already out of sorts because one, I didn't get to film last week, and then two, it's a little bit of a different different video this time. So let's do our first round of giveaways. So let's do 5 giveaways. And okay, so number 1 is a $50 gift certificate to the Fat Quarter Shop. Fat Quarter Shop generously donated to you all a $50 gift certificate. So this is number one. Thank you, Fat Quarter Shop. That is very nice. Number two is a scissor fob that I made. And this is a pumpkin scissor fob. No jack-o'-lantern, just pumpkin. That's number two. Number three from JBW Designs is the French Country Crow. Number four, because I accidentally bought two, is Hands-On Designs, Let's Talk Stitching. This is a great pattern. I cannot wait to stitch this one, but that's number four. And number five is Blackbird Designs, Apple Orchard, in their Garden Club series. This is number two. So those 5 giveaways are the first ones. I am going to insert photos from the retreat here. Project bags, wristlets, magnetic boards. So the shops will open this evening at 5 o'clock. So we're looking forward to seeing you there. Check-in isn't. So you have to come in, little toolboxes. of my haul from the week. On my way up to Greenwood, Indiana, I drove through Louisville, Kentucky, and stopped at the Finishing Touch. And it is such a charming store. And I needed to go in there because I needed to get floss and linen for the floral motif sampler stitch along that I am co-hosting with Yoke. And I will go over that in just a minute when I show you my whips. But I had to make a stop in there for those items, and I couldn't just get those two things. So I purchased Birds Cold Outside from Brenda Gervais. Oh, let me take this out. Again, I'm out of practice. Okay, so this is Baby It's Cold Outside. And I saw on the wall, they have beautiful samples of models of their designs. And this one from Threadwork Primitives, this is Quaker Friends. I'm going to turn it that way so you can see it. And I took a photo of this, so you'll see the photo. I'll post the photo with my photos at the end. I will post photos of the whole week, and if I haven't done so already. But this one I took a photo of because I wanted to stitch this for my sewing room. So I got this linen, and this is Fog Lifter Blend, and it's 40 count, because I want to stitch this, but I thought I would stitch it in blue. So I got these two MPI silks, and I haven't decided which one I'm going to use yet. So I got those, and then I also got a fat eighth of the truffle. This is 28 count. This is Belfast. And this is a pink. It's like the Valor that I've shown y'all before, but this is truffle. And then this I got 32 count pearled gray. She just had a swatch of this just in her grab section of already cut linen. So that was my haul, in addition to the floral motif that I purchased for my stitch along. One other thing I forgot to show you. One other gift I got, which really does need to be shown. It's beautiful. Someone, I'm not going to mention her name because she's making these for gifts, but she made me this tomato with Mill Hill beads, and look how beautiful that is. I will definitely have this in my room all the time. It's just so special, and she wrote a sweet little note on the back of it. So thank you so much for that. I have stuff everywhere, so as I find it, I remember, oh, I should probably show you that, so I apologize. Okay, so now I mentioned that Priscilla had her trunk show, and she had some items in there to purchase or for them to send to us PDF. So I already had these. I purchased her in her All Jarred Up series, Hello Santa. And I just loved this. I love the Christmas lights around Santa. So cute. And then I got Here Comes Santa Claus. This is in her Back Up the Truck. I guess it's a new series. Back Up the Truck. And it says Believe on his license plate. And then for the PDF downloads, I got tomato seeds. That one is for her tier trade tidbits. And I got another tier trade tidbit, Very Merry. And last one I got, and also a tier trade tidbit that was a PDF. Oh, I can't make my fingers work. The PDF was, oh, this one just was released this week. Here Comes Santa Claus. And the other one I got from the retreat was Jolly Jar. So all of those will be definitely fun to stitch this Christmas time. Okay, before I left for the retreat, I got a wonderful surprise from Cottage Rose Needlework. Stacy sent me this beautiful package, and she has this website. It's called cottageroseneedlework.com. Look at this adorable card with this piece of scrap material tied to it. She says, thank you for collaborating with me, because she wanted to send something to give as a giveaway. So I get to choose one pattern for myself and one to use as a giveaway. And her name's Stacy, and she has Cottage Rose Needleworks. So the two she sent to us, she sent a little chintz sewing set by JBW. And the other one is from Tra La La. So this one's for me, and this one's for a giveaway because I already have this one. So that one will be one of the giveaways today. Speaking of giveaways, let's do that right now. Okay, so let's do number 6 and 7 and 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 9, and 10. Actually, let's just do 3 right now. So number 6 is going to be a scissor fob that I made. This one is more Halloween themed. This is a jack-o'-lantern with a skeleton dancing at the bottom. So that is number 6. Number 7 is Easter Parade by Blackbird Design. Number 8 is Country Cottage Needleworks Snow Trio. So that's number 8. And number 9 is the JBW design from Cottage Rose Needleworks. So those are your giveaways for now. Okay. Again, I've got so much stuff everywhere. So I was also given the blue flower Tudor bee from a guest at the retreat. I can't wait to stitch this. And then Barbara John, Stitching with Grammy, made this adorable project bag. Oh, I'm having a hard time remembering words today. I love this fabric. This is from Lori Holt's fabric from last year. I think it's Happy Christmas or Vintage Christmas, and I'm making a quilt with this. And so this project bag is just adorable. And she puts an angel on all of her zipper pulls. So this is the angel that goes on this zipper pull. And I love that bag. I also received, this is almost it with the haul. I got from Annabella's, Elaine sent Always Remember from Plum Street Samplers. I love this, and I already have linen for this, so I will stitch this next year. She sent the French Christmas tags to JBW Design and a charm. She said she added a little charm in there for me. So that was a wonderful surprise. My good friend Chris from Chris Cross Stitch sent me a happy in the mail. He sent me a needle from the Cottage. This all came from the Cottage Needle, but he sent me for Halloween the Brenda Gervais Spirits and Spells design. And I emailed him and I said, Chris, how did you know that this is the one Halloween pattern of Brenda Gervais that I do not have? And he just knows that. So I got this in the mail. This was waiting on me when I got home. So thank you so much, Chris. He has a wonderful Flosstube. If you have not checked out his Flosstube, please do so. It is just very creative. He not only just shares what he's working on as far as cross stitch, but he weaves in wonderful stories. He is doing a fundraiser, or he's raising money for the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, and you can either buy him a coffee, or for every comment that is made, 1 penny is going to be donated to the Imagination Library, and that's going to be at the end of the year. And I believe he's already over $1,000 that he's raised for the Imagination Library. So go and check out his videos. It's a wonderful cause. The Imagination Library is started in my area where I live, the county over in the Sevier County, which is where Dolly Parton is from. And the year my daughter was born was the year that organization started. And she donates one book per month to every child under the age of 5. So from birth until 5 years old, you get one book a month. And we still have those books in our collection of books that we just love. It's a wonderful organization. So please check out his Flosstube. And then lastly, I ordered before I left town from my, not so local, but my local needlework shop, which is Cross Stitch and Crafts in Johnson City. I ordered some more patterns that were from the Needlework Expo, Fall Needlework Expo. Here's my duplicate of the hands-on design. This is my copy. I got the Kathy Barrick 8 birds. I love anything with birds, anything blue and anything with birds. And this is a reproduction of a sampler from Glee Kruger's collection. And I just love it. And so here's the, Annie, take it out of the bag. So here is the original sampler. And then here is what she created from it. And I just think it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then another one of my favorite designers is Summer House Stitchworks. I just love everything by Beth Seal. But this is winter whites. And this can be made into a drum or leave it as a framed piece. And then my last but not least, from Hello from Liz Matthews, is Bittersweet Village. And I think this is so whimsical. Look at all of these little houses in the trees. Love it. Love it, love it. And just to be funny, they sent me a needle minder and it says, I never finish, and then anything is not finished. I never finish anything, which is so me. As you all know, I have so many whips. And then today, before I started filming this video, I got a wonderful package from Kim with Stitch Etc. I told her I wanted to have some pieces to start my Christmas stitching. So she sent me this, which is white. This is beautiful. I love this size. And look how thick the wood is. Wonderful, wonderful quality. This is one of her new designs. You can get this with or without the clip. You can have the clip like this or like this. So horizontal or vertically. This is adorable. A round piece. I have not finished anything round, so I'm gonna have to look into that. But I love this shade of green, perfect for Christmas. And this is a big chunk of wood. This is the perfect size for the tier trade tidbits from Priscilla and Chelsea. But the idea is you can keep it, you can have it standing up on your counter because it's a flat surface and you don't have to prop it up on anything. Thank you so much, Kim and Ashley. I appreciate those sweet things I got in the mail from you today. Let's have another giveaway. So let's do let's do 2 more. 9, 8, 9. Hang on. And y'all tell me if I got these numbers mixed up. Nope, 9. Okay, so we're going to do number 10. Have I done 10? If I get it wrong, we'll figure it out. So number 10 and 11. Number 10 is Give Thanks from Threadworks Primitives. That's number 10. And number 11 is another scissor fob that I made. And this one has a haunted house at the bottom. So that is number 11. Okay, so I got another surprise in the mail today. A good friend of mine, let me get the stuff off of it. A good friend of mine named Michelle with her last name is Michelle Condon, and her company is called Michelle Lee Quilts, and I will link her below. But she is a long armor, and she also does t-shirt quilts, and she has special quilts that she can make. But she sent a message to me many months ago and said, actually it was in early August, but she sent me a message that said, I would love to long arm quilt one of your quilts for you. And I said, okay. I have one quilt top that is finished that I have never, I do free motion quilting. I have never sent a quilt to a long armor just because I'm still new to quilting, and I didn't want to, one, I wanted to finish the project by myself, but I also didn't want to spend the extra money until I felt comfortable enough with quilting. So she offered to do a long arm quilt for me. And I gotta tell you, it's beautiful, and it really makes me want to send all of my things to long armor. But here's what it is. I got it last night in the mail. So I sent her the quilt top. She was at the retreat, and she got the retreat when she was leaving. She got the quilt when she was leaving for the retreat. And so she did not get the opportunity to do it before she left for the retreat. But I did get it yesterday. So I just have to do the binding. But I stitched this a year ago. Oh, stitched it, listen to me. I quilted this a year ago and sent it to her. But I don't know if you can see that design. I told her to just pick whatever she thought would look best, and she did not disappoint me. Look at how beautiful her pattern choice is with this quilt top. So I will do the binding and show it to y'all next week, or the week after. Don't want to give myself a time schedule that I can't finish. But I made this using layer cakes from the Bonnie and Camille Early Bird line, and I backed it in this beautiful blue, navy blue pattern. I love this quilt, and when I got it in the mail yesterday, my husband and kids were excited, and my husband said, I was wondering when you were going to have that one finished. I was like, I never finish any. So thank you so much, Michelle. I will link her below, and I'm going to talk to her. She's going to, I need to confirm with her something that she's going to offer to you all as subscribers to my channel. So I need to confirm with her what that is, and I'll share it with you next video. So let's go over my whips that I have going on. I only have a couple that I brought to share with you all because it's just been a crazy week, and it's been crazy getting back into the swing of things at home. My husband is wonderful, guys. I always feel great when I leave the house because I know I know everything's taken care of, and he's one of those people that when I come home, everything's clean. I don't have to come home to a mess. Everything is, it's just like, just wonderful, and I really do appreciate that. But it's just been a busy week. My daughter had a strings concert on Tuesday. My son's had a couple of appointments this week. So it's just been busy getting back into the groove. Plus, it just took a couple of days to rest. It was a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun. But anyway, so I just haven't gotten a lot of stitching time in. But I have worked a little bit on this Dapper Doodads from Stitching with the Housewives. This is called Holly Jolly. And I really want to focus on Christmas stitching right now because I have a lot of things I want to decorate this year. So this is where I've started. And I am using a 28 count fabric from Fabrics by Stephanie. So I am using all the called for floss, and here are all the colors from all of Priscilla's usuals. And these are classic color works. So I am using these colors for Holly Jolly, which is a Dapper Doodad. And many of you are whizzing right along on the Quaker Christmas Bygone Stitches that I am doing a stitch along with Artie, the Vintage Stitcher. She and I have started this in June. Some people are just now starting it. She and I have both come to the realization that this is not going to be finished by our loose goal of the end of November, but that's okay. But here's my progress. I have been working down in this section. And I am stitching this on 36 count cream Edinburgh. I am using 1 strand of floss over 2. And this is a stitch along that has really no rules. Some people are stitching the Quaker Christmas 1. Some people are stitching 2. Some people are using different colors. Some people are picking out different motifs. Some people are just starting. So if you are interested at all, please join us. I am doing a monthly series over Quaker samplers, and as you noticed, I did not have one in September because of the retreat. I will have that video within the next few weeks. So I may have to just do an October video and make it a little bit longer to make up for not having one in September. So a Quaker Christmas is a wonderful stitch. And then my last stitch along, or my last whip that I wanted to share with you, is the stitch along that I am hosting with Yoke on Instagram, and I will link her Instagram below. She is my friend that I met on Instagram, and we did the Summer at Cherry Hill stitch along together, and she wanted to do floral motif sampler. So this is by the Scarlet House. Just like with all of my stitch alongs, no rules apply. Stitch it when you want, what you want, how you want, all of those things. But I have loved this pattern since I saw Brenda from Brenda and the Serial Starter stitching this. And so we decided to start this stitch along. So I just got all of my supplies for it, and I have not started it yet, but I wanted to share with you all my supplies. I am using all the called for Gentle Arts over-dyed floss. So here they are. I'm going to show them to you, and I haven't gotten them on the ring yet, but I will. I'll put them on my floss drops and rings. Beautiful colors, lots of colors, beautiful colors. Everything from mauves to reds to blacks and greens. I think I'm missing one color, Forest Glade. So I still need to get that. The linen I chose, and I got it from the Finishing Touch, is Mellow, M-E-L-L-O, and it is a Picture This Plus. And I'm going with a 40 count. I was so tempted to do vintage country mocha, and I told Carol at the Finishing Touch, I said, you know what? I'm sure everybody's tired of hearing me say, I'm using vintage country mocha. So I decided to use Mellow, and she wrote it down for me. But this has a beautiful, almost a yellow modeling to it. And I just thought these colors would look really pretty on this linen. So that is my choice for this stitch along. And I hope that you all can join us. A lot of you have already reached out and said that you are going to stitch it with us. So I think it'll be a fun stitch along. Each one of these little motifs is small. So, you know, that's one day of stitching right there. So just all of these beautiful flowers. Those are all of my whips. Please let me know if you have any questions. I know I went through those awfully fast. I have a few more giveaways, so let's do that. So number 12 is a board from Stitch Etc. This one is a black board, like the cream, just a little bit. This one I thought would be great for a Halloween finish or really any season, but it's black. So that's number 12. And number 13 is from my friend Tanya. And she has this bag full of goodies for you. She has floss drops. She has, I don't want to open this, but this is a hoop that is kind of like a little mini trash can for your stitching station. I will open it because it's in the bag that I can. So she has one of these. This is so adorable. It is a little waste can for your table when you're at a retreat. And it is so cute how you roll it back up and that's it. And then one of these tissue containers. So that is number 13. for the giveaways. Okay, let me just check my notes. I think I've gone over everything with you. Now let's go over our giveaways from last week. Thank you all. I asked y'all the question because I got this idea from the Bougie Stitchers. Another great floss tube. But who straightens your crown? Who's your go-to person? Who always lifts your spirits? And I got so many responses. Of course, you know, husbands to mothers, daughters, aunts, friends, sons, you name it. And I just thought it was important for us to just think of that. Think of who always makes you feel good and who always lifts you up. And of course, it's always more than one person. It's not like one person does that. But I think it's important right now for us to just keep that in mind. You know, to always just be encouraging and uplifting to each other. But thank you all so much for answering that question. How my giveaways work. Be a subscriber, answer the question, like the video, and tell me what number you're interested in for the giveaways. So for I'm going to throw in one more giveaway for this giveaway at the end of these. So we're up to 12. So we're going to have 13 in just a second. So last week we had, I think, seven giveaways. The first one is a $25 gift certificate to Hollis Hands Creates, which is an Etsy store on Etsy, Hollis Hands Creates. So the winner for that is Elena, E-L-E-N-A, Hoffman-Smith, hyphenated name. So Elena Hoffman Smith, congratulations, you won the gift certificate to Hollis Hands. Number 2 is the the Shakespeare's Peddler Primitive Christmas. This goes to Pomposa Booze. I'm gonna have to spell that. P-O-M-P-O-S-A Booze, B-O-O-Z-E. Number 3 is the Little House Needleworks Winter ABCs. This goes to Margaret Yoder. Number 4, 2 JBW Designs Halloween pieces. I'm going to have to spell this one too. D-R-E-C-S-A-N, Drexan Daniela, D-A-N-I-E-L-A. Number 5 is Something Wicked by Lottie Da. This goes to Tina Inglima, I-N-G-L-I-M-A. Number 6 is Lizzie Cates, Floral McSample Treats. This goes to Donna Fowler. And number 7 is Cheryl Florida, F-L-A-R-I-D-A, Florida. Number 7 is the Be Jolly from Lizzie Kate. So everyone, please email me by next Thursday and I will get your pieces in the mail to you. I am behind from being out of town. So if you have emailed me, I got your email. I will get everything sent to you all soon. And the last giveaway for the week is, where did it go? Is this board. This is number 13. This is from Stitch Etc. And it is a beautiful red paddle that you can clip your cross stitch piece on. So this is number 13. So the question I want you all to answer this week is, and again, I didn't think about this ahead of time, but the question I would like for you all to answer is, how many whips do you have at the moment? So how many works in progress are you working on at the moment? And which is your favorite one? So I have way too many to list. As we all know, I have a bit of a problem with that, and I'm trying to get it under control. I am going to be switching my focus from Halloween and fall stitching to primarily Christmas. I think I mentioned that a minute ago because I really want to get a head start and get caught up on my Christmas stitching. I really want to have more ornaments for my trees this year. So how many whips do you have and which one's your favorite? And as always, thank you so much for not only coming to me every week, but thank you for your encouragement. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for helping me get to 6,000 subscribers. This has just been so much fun getting to know you all, reading your comments. I recognize those of you who comment on a regular basis, and it's just, I feel like it makes our community a little bit smaller. So I do appreciate that. Have a great week. I did forget to mention this too. Again, so much. I am going to visit my sister on Sunday, Lisa. My son and I are taking a road trip to visit Lisa in Florida. My daughter will already be there with a friend's family, and she's going to spend a few days with her friend. We will pick her up on Wednesday, and we'll spend the rest of the week with she'll spend the rest of the week with my sister. So we will leave on Sunday. My husband will stay home and take care of the dogs and the house and everything going on here, but we will get a little getaway with, I will get a small getaway with my son and daughter for their fall break. So I may see you on Thursday. If I do not record on Thursday, it will definitely be by the weekend. We plan to be home by Friday or Saturday. So I will have a video at some point next week. So with all that to say, thank you so much for tuning in, and have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.